Hello, good morning to everybody. Today I want to highlight on a topic that is important to myself and probably some people out there. But before then, I want to introduce myself. I am Stella Adakwa Nyaku. Some called me Stella Adakwa, others call me Stella Nyaku, others call me Mabna. Others also call me Nyakua. But in all, I will accept any of them. Well, I'm a lady who got married at the age of 25. Unfortunately for me, I lost that marriage while pursuing my course or pursuing my education. Some few months to complete my degree program, I lost my marriage. It was a very pathetic thing in my life, but God was so good to me, and all thanks to my pastor. He gave me so avenues to operate that I was able to overcome whatever pain that I was going through. So through that process, I rediscovered myself. I went through so many sites to learn so many things, and I picked the good out of them. During that period, I didn't have any friend because my husband was the only one that I had to myself. So when I lost him, I decided to go online to have conversation with friends. So I built so many social networks that some people I don't even know by persons. I had a chat with them just to forget about whatever I was going through. And probably that might be a misconception about me, but I am a woman of virtue, a godly woman. So whatever misconception that is going out there, today I stand to correct that they are not true. So fortunately for me, when I lost my marriage in 2017 finally, but God being so good, I got married again in 2024. It has not been easy though, but God has been helping. We are just hoping that the Lord himself will help me. So right now, I am Mrs. Yebua for short. Fortunately, Yebua being the original name that my biological father gave to me. But unfortunately, out of compassion, my mom took out that name and then gave Adakwa to us. So when I rediscovered it, I intentionally wanted to change that name. And fortunately for me, I got a man who is also bearing the name of my father. So whether I continue with the marriage or I leave the marriage, the Yebua has finally come to stay, and it will gradually take away the Adakwa and the Nyaku from my name. Thank you. So I go to the topic. I just realized that on the 11th of May 2025 will be a day set aside to celebrate mothers for the significant roles that they play in our life. And on that note, I would like to celebrate some women who are my source of inspiration, and one way or the other, they are my mentors. The Vice President, Her Excellency Jane Opoku Agyeman, Dr. Wilberg Bernice, Mrs. Juliana Ampakosa, and my lovely mom, Madam Nyakwa Margaret, and the others I cannot mention the name. After acknowledging these important women I look up to, I would like to deliberate on a topic: barriers to women participation in decision making. That is effective decision making. In going through that topics, I identify some barriers that are common and that are affecting women in participating in effective decision, and some of them are being highlighted. Among them, we have less women at the topic we have less women at the top level position. Though there is an improvement in the number of women at the higher position, there are still some gap. So this has been a hindrance, and that certain decisions that needs to be taken about women are left in the hands of men, and one way or the other they might be unfavorable to the women. So we are encouraging the women to move on, continually moving on onto the top level position, so that for some time to come they can stand in the gap for the women also. Thank you. Another thing that I also identify was stereotyping. When we talk about stereotyping, we ascribe some people to certain trend or certain behaviors or certain jobs or certain activities, and I find out that most women are being ascribed to be remaining at the kitchen, like some parents thinking that there are no importance of sending women to school, because even if we send them to school, they will still end up at the kitchen. That notion is gradually wiping off, because now in my country, Ghana, a woman has been able to emerge as a vice president, and this is a hope for the women. And so we can continue to encourage the women to also move forward, that there's still hope for us. Another thing that I can also talk of is the lower level of education. Some decisions require certain expertise before you can make them effective, and sometimes we lack that knowledge, so that prevents us from taking certain effective decisions. So we are encouraging the women to learn in diverse fields, so that when it comes to certain decision making, we will know the way forward. Another barrier too is marriage. Marriage sometimes become a blessing in disguise, but other times too it becomes barrier to certain effective decisions that needed our attention and participation. So we are hoping and praying that marriages that will come our way will be the marriages that will be a blessing and not be a curse. And finally, I want to talk about childbearing. Women go through a lot during childbearing. Some people, their health are even affected, and some are even restricted from certain activities and even from their job, and this can prevent them from being available to participate in some effective decision making. So on this note too, we are calling the family to be a supportive system to the women who are giving birth, so that in terms of this ineffectiveness or these problems or these outcomes, we will still be available to do what is expected of us. Thank you.